Close call for a family in Veneta yesterday. An arrow fired from a city employee hit their home not far from their daughter. As
KEZI 9 News reporter Michael Severin shows us, they want this practice to stop and say the city wasn't thinking about safety.
Matt, Renee, I'm outside of the home of where this arrow landed, and the family tells me there was 4 kids inside when the arrow struck, and they're wondering why the city allowed this in the first place.
I want to know who dropped the ball, and I want to make sure that in the future that safety is the #1 concern.
Jennifer Zito's son was visiting friends at this home when the unthinkable happened. This arrow striking the side of the house. City Administrator Rick Ingham tells me it was fired by a city employee who is now facing charges of reckless endangerment. The Lane County Sheriff's Office says the employee's name is Andrew Fielder, and he had a permit to hunt turkeys from ODFW. Ingham says the turkeys have been a pest in the community, and it was his job to thin the flock. The city administrator tells me the employee hit his target, but the arrow went through the bird, ricocheting off a tree, then flying through this chain link fence, and then continuing on, striking this house right over here. You can actually still see the hole it left, and the parents tell me there were 4 kids inside. One of them was standing right here.
I just think it's too much of a close call to be hunting in a residential neighborhood. There's other ways to thin out the turkeys.
That's Janie Patrick. It was her house where the arrow ended up, and she says her daughter was just feet from it.
If they're going to be out there with a weapon that can kill someone, they should have at least told us.
Ingham says the city is now suspending its turkey thinning operations as they work to find out other ways to deal with the problem birds. He says in the past they have tried trapping and even shotguns. But he says this is the first time something like this has happened. Janie's husband, Kevin, says it's not just the employee who should be held responsible.
The city needs to be held accountable. ODFW needs to be held accountable. Actually, I do believe that maybe his hunting privileges should be suspended.
And Ingham, the city tells me that the employee Fielder has been with the city for 10 years now. And he says that the city is also working with the Patricks to repair the damages at the home. Reporting live in Veneta, I'm Michael Severin, KEZI 9 News.